Hello, hello, hello. What's up, Truth Nation? What's good, family? If it's your first time here tapping in to truth to the truth thing in us, my name is Tanya Wilder, and I'm your host. And this is a place where we don't sugarcoat anything. We keep it real, we keep it 100, and we definitely don't play it safe. Um, just wanted to let you guys know that we're here to speak the truth tonight. We have a great show, a great lineup for you guys. And now, listen, they told us that money was the root to all evil, but we heard that saying really in church. We heard it in our homes. We heard it growing up. We heard it out in the streets that money is the root to all evil. But the question we're asking tonight is sex the new root to destruction? And that's what our topic is for tonight. And if you think about it, guys, um, sex, when it comes to men, um, broken homes, cheating, addiction, double lives, men will lose it all for sex. And we're going to get into that conversation tonight. I don't know exactly how you guys day have been going, but my day has been hectic. Every day is hectic, really, in this world that we're living in. And y'all gonna have to excuse me because I do have to fan myself. These lights are hot as hell, and we got the heat on in here. So I'm like, it's probably like 95 degrees up in this bitch tonight. But anyway, I want to go ahead and bring in my co-host, um, guest host, Sitara Vaughn. Where are you, Sitara?
I'm right
And
here.
hey, and I want to bring in Vivica. Where are you, Vivica?
Right
Vivica
here. Hey,
McLain.
everybody. How you doing out there?
How you guys doing tonight?
Great.
Great,
I'm great.
great. I'm probably 5 inches in snow. Cold, but
5
great.
inches in snow? Oh, yeah, you're in
It's
Pennsylvania. Yeah,
Pensacola.
Pensacola, Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Mm.
So, any truths for you guys tonight? Anything happened this week? And I'm sorry, I'm fanning myself because I am like burning up right now. I'm gonna have to take this off. Go ahead. So, what's been going on with you two ladies tonight?
Well, for me,
Nothing much, girl. Just tired.
I stayed in today. Today was a day I said, you know what? Everybody, all the stores is empty. I'm gonna
Hmm.
go out there and can finish my Christmas shopping because I'm the only one in the store, and everybody gonna be paying attention to me. So I did exactly that in the snow.
And did you go to Macy's or anywhere? Because right now I know Macy's have their friends and family sale. Is it still going on? I'm not sure.
I said I'm in Pensacola. There's no Macy's near me, so the
Well,
the
I don't. I
nearest
listen.
Macy's is probably about an hour and change from me. No, I went to Target,
Okay.
and I, like my grandbaby says, you could buy Gucci at TJ Maxx, so we went to Gucci.
Okay. 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 I hear you. So you went to Gucci at TJ Maxx, and can you really find Gucci at TJ Maxx? I didn't know that was a
Yes,
thing.
yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Not in the one here in Georgia where I live. There's no Gucci up in there. Have you seen Gucci in there? And I haven't been in. And you said this is Target or
No,
TJ
this is
Maxx.
TJ Maxx.
Well, okay. See, I haven't been in TJ Maxx for
Oh, yeah, yeah,
years.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, you
so
can find some designer stuff up in there. You just have to look.
okay. And Satara, what's been up with you?
Nothing, girl. Just working. That's about
Nothing
it.
good happening in your life? Anything good
Girl,
happening?
yeah, life. Hey, I here to see another day. But other than that,
Well,
this week has been very tiresome. I had a great week. It's kind of like rolled into a great weekend and a week just drifting kind of slow this week. So
and
nothing
nobody's been to
exciting.
any Christmas parties? No Christmas parties for either one of you? I
Well,
think
Yeah,
my
your
I told
Christmas
Christmas
you.
party is Saturday.
your Christmas party is this coming Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm
Okay.
doing a staff one at my house on the 23rd.
Okay. And Satara, you said you went to a Christmas party this past weekend. How was it?
Yes, it was great. We had a ball. We had an awesome time. It's a great thing. We had a great time. I think I got a little bit too tipsy though. And the next morning I felt it. So, but I had an awesome time, great time. Needed it, needed to unwind, as they say, let your hair down. But it was good.
We're gonna have to figure out if we're gonna do a little Christmas get together amongst the truth ain't in us. We all have to meet up for some drinks and some good food and enjoy ourselves. And we're gonna have to get you, Vivica. You're gonna have to go to a restaurant and call. We're gonna call you and we're gonna party.
Look, I may just get on the plane and come see y'all.
That would be great. That would be great. Well, guys, we have a great show for you all tonight, and we're gonna get it really. We're gonna get it started. We're gonna go ahead and get into hot topics. And the first topic of tonight, I don't know if you guys actually got to watch the Netflix, The Reckoning of Diddy.
Sure did.
Okay,
I
and I don't
did.
think.
I did.
Okay, and what is your thoughts on that? And I'll say what I feel. I'm gonna let you go first, Atara.
Um, First of all, I guess you say I didn't know people could. I guess money make you do some things that I would have never thought a person would go that far to do. Um, Allegedly, I don't know if the what was filmed was edited or whatever. You hear so much in the blood, but he was, to me, he was a straight up monster. To me, he was worse than R. Kelly's situation. Only thing different was R. Kelly was messing with kids, and he doing everybody. He just, I don't know. He just doing too much. He doing too much, and I just feel bad for his kids. I really do. But that right there, it gave me a whole outside of what money can do to a person. For a person to actually, I don't know. I'm just going by what I see on this
Hmm.
show, to taint baby oil with a substance and allow it to be a person to actually let it absorb in their skin, and they have no idea what's happening to them,
He
and
should
they're
have
being
gotten
tricked or
time for
stuff.
that. That
Yeah,
alone should
sexual
have gotten him
assault
time.
time. Yeah, sexual. To me, I mean, you somebody saying they wake up sore, not sure knowing what's going on. That right there to me is like an act of, he should. I mean, what they gave him to me, looking
And
at this, and I know this is like prior to him going to jail, because he's already in jail, and this was shown after the trial or whatever the case may be. I think they need to go back and revisit it.
well, here's my thing. When the gentleman that was producing for Diddy and said he woke up sore and all this stuff, why even stay? Just for fame, just for the money, you're gonna sell your soul to the devil. Now,
So,
you can say that you don't know what's going on, but you're sore. You know something happened,
Right.
okay? And you're grown. You're a grown ass man at this point. And I believe he kept saying that he stayed because I mean
He was
it's
trying to get
Diddy
paid.
and
He,
try.
he was trying to get
Yeah, but at
paid.
the
He was
end of the
trying to.
day, when do you call the cops?
so can I
When do you
say
Exactly.
report
something?
this? Of course.
Because um, I'm going to say allegedly, just make sure that none of this come
Exactly.
back to me. Um,
Right.
Everybody knew who P Diddy was. Everybody. This
Hmm.
is nothing I saw in that tape was new. Nothing I saw in that tape was something I had not seen before. Um, I think there's a lot of people to know how sick P. Diddy is, but he's not the only sick one. There's a lot of sick people in the hip hop industry.
And
So,
I'm going to
so
interrupt you
here's
just a minute.
why.
Well,
Mhm.
I want you to explain your background a little bit so people will understand when you say and because you when you say everybody knew
Everybody
this,
knows. Right.
the people around him who hung out with him or who attended parties or whatever. So explain your background a little bit and then
I
continue on.
worked as a accountant for many people in the music industry. And a lot of people will do a lot of things just to be affiliated and be in that group.
Mm-hmm.
So they go into it knowing that they don't want to qualify for what the position that they're trying to be in, and they
Mhm.
want something for nothing.
Mhm.
So they're willing to sacrifice themselves. They're willing to sacrifice their ethics and everything in the name of either achieving a position or achieving financial status.
Mm-hmm.
So what you see, and listen, I'm not trying to vindicate P Diddy, but I'm telling you, there's a lot of P Diddy's out there,
Oh, of
and
course.
and he is in the spotlight. But had they exposed that list that exists, our president probably would be in jail too. Okay, that list didn't come out for a reason. Some very powerful people hushed that list.
Mm-hmm. And I believe that. And I also believe, if you guys can remember, because we're in our 50s, um, back in the day, it was kind of normal for young girls to talk to older guys. And not to say that it was right back then, but it was kind of normalized. And once we became older, we knew better than we do better, right?
Right.
And back then, I could believe that these older men were grooming these women, these young girls. I'm not even going to say
Not
women.
just
I'm going to
women, men,
men
boys,
too.
men. Everybody, anybody in the industry knows who runs that industry, and it's not the heterosexuals. Anybody in the music industry knows who run that industry.
So you're saying the
They're,
gays run
yeah,
that industry.
yeah. The fact that P Diddy is coming out and saying he wants to sleep with men and threesomes and all, that's nothing new for me. I didn't see not a single thing on that tape that was new. And if anybody who's in the industry said it was new, it's not new. 50 just messy and exposed it. 50
Wow.
just messy.
And I've heard some people say that, I know some people that used to attend the parties would say that their phones would be taken at the
Hmm.
door. And if you refused to give your phone, you weren't allowed to come in.
Hmm.
And for
Absolutely.
me, I'm like, why do I have to give my phone? That's what I would be thinking. Um, if it
But the
was
people
me,
that was coming in knew that they didn't care because they knew that the potential to get beyond that door could mean a difference of them making $100,000 a year and them making 1 million a year. You
and
need to
that's
get into that
Amen.
room.
and that's another
What
thing. He
apparently
wasn't paying
shit.
people. He
Yeah, I'm
wasn't
saying
paying them
apparently
It's
he
shit.
not.
went
It's not. It's not about him
shit.
paying. It's not about him paying. It's about the connections made
Well,
in that
well, for
room.
me, okay, but they wanted fame. They wanted money. Are you saying that they don't want the fame and the money?
Now they
So
want the
you just
fame and
want,
the money. So what you don't understand is that
what is
once you get into the
connection?
room, right? If I can get into the room, okay, do you want to be in a room with people making under six figures, or do you want to be in the room with people who hold the movies and shake and making millions of dollars? I want to
Only
be in the
if
room
it's
with the
going to
millions of
benefit.
dollars of
Yeah,
people.
but only if it's going to benefit me to get to the next
The
level
next level.
It
financially.
Exactly.
will.
But if
It
if I'm
will.
not going to make no money from it, fuck
No,
being
it
around
will.
somebody who got money.
It
If
will.
if they're
It's the
not going to help,
connections. They help their own.
connections
They
don't pay
help
my
their own.
bills.
But I'm trying to
No,
figure
listen to
out
me.
what connection did they help? Because at the end
No,
of the
listen to
day,
me.
I mean, I understand that you the background, but we're speaking of the 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 film, the documentary, whatever you want to call it. In that, to me, looking at that, nobody. I mean, yes, he helped get some people to a starting point, but then he let them fall off, and they didn't get it. And those that was helping him, he took back what he gave to them. So my whole
Exactly.
thing, so my thing to
But
that
it's
is
not
to
the
say,
benefit from him.
but
It's not the
but that's
benefit
just
from
like
him.
that's what I'm saying. Everything was benefit for him. Everything that they showed in their movies that yes, he wanted to be the limelight. If it wasn't about Diddy, it wasn't about shit. Y'all just
Okay.
helped him get a little bit far. But at the end of the day, the comment is made. If you were in a room, you want to be in a room with men like that. Yes, I want to be in a room with somebody that got a little bit more of me where I can move up in the business, but not in my own cost with me looking like a damn fool and not getting paid and he
So do
getting
you
all the
think
glam.
Cassie, right? Has she not connected with P. Diddy, right? Anybody talking about Cassie right now today?
Of course
All
not.
right.
And we're not saying
So
what you're
so
saying is wrong.
it's not a
We're
matter of what P. Diddy can do for them. Because I wouldn't care what P. Diddy could do for me, right? I know for
Obviously
a
they
fact.
cared, but obviously they cared what P
No,
Diddy could do for them, or the
they
at
cared about what connections they can
no,
make
they cared
through P
about
Diddy.
what P Diddy could do for them, and learned it, and then they were exposed to, oh, he ain't doing shit for me.
Fit me
You
exactly,
And
and
see,
they
they
still
so
started.
kept doing it, right? And she
and they
still kept
still
doing
kept
it. And she still
with the
kept doing it.
hopes, and then that makes me think these are naive people.
They are very
Okay,
naive.
they're
They're not
naive,
mature at all.
and it comes, and I'll give you an example of something. So I had met this lady here in Atlanta, and she is known, and she's actually she's a fraudster. Okay. um and she's a coach. She says she's a life coach, and here I am in my 50s, and I'm giving her 5 grand to help me build my business and elevate me, coach me. This lady did nothing, and she was stringing me along. And it got to a point after 4 months of all these excuses. I had to call her out on the red carpet, and then I did what I needed to do to get my 5 grand back at the end of the day, because you're not going to play me. I sat and I listened to these excuses for months. And so I say that to say, if someone keeps leading you and leading you and leading you, when do you say enough is enough?
Exactly.
It's never going
And
to be enough for them. You know why? Because the connections they've made through P. Diddy, right? He could blacklist you. He can blacklist you to the point where nobody in the industry will mess with you. And they do that. They do that.
oh, I believe that
They
I
they
blacklist
believe
you,
that
blackball.
and
too.
then you
Yeah.
don't make any money through anybody. So they don't want to be blacklisted. So they'll
And I
stay
thank
in
God
it
I never got into
to
that
keep their
industry, because
affiliations.
that's a dirty ass industry to
It
be in.
is. It's drug written. It's dirty. A lot of people get taken advantage of. This is what you're hearing about. There's so many people who aren't known in the industry that have had their music taken from them,
Oh, I
things that have
believe it.
happened to them. There's girls that have been sexually assaulted. So many things. This is only a small bit of what happens in that industry. And if people are being truthful, they would say everybody affiliated with P. Diddy should be in jail, including his assistant. They should all be in
Oh,
jail.
I
I
could
believe
believe
that.
that 100%.
I believe. I agree with you 100%
And they
because
should
that's
have
my
done the same thing with R.
thing.
Kelly's
Kelly,
people, his people
exactly.
too, who were the
Cassie,
gatekeepers.
she should be in jail too.
Well,
She's listed a prostitute. She's listed as them.
I
She's
think
listed them.
Cassie is a victim.
No,
I
I don't think
believe
she's a
she's a
victim.
victim. I
Mm-mm,
believe
I
she's a
don't.
victim.
Mm-mm,
At 19 years old, are you
mm-mm.
telling me you're smart enough?
Yep.
You're wise enough? No. At
No,
19,
I don't believe
you're
that either.
naive. At 19, we're
Okay.
naive. We don't
At
know,
19, you're naive. You're naive at 20. You're naive at
especially if
21.
you don't have a
You're naive
mom.
at 25. You're not naive. And then when you get to the
I
point
beg
where
to
you're
differ. For me,
requesting,
what I did not. I had a lot of learning to do and growing to do, because I didn't have a mother or a father that taught me the way of
The world
being the world
of
and
the
being a
world.
woman
me
and stuff
either.
like that. So I had to fall down, get back up. I had to learn from my mistakes. Okay. And I think by the age of 30 to 35, for me, that's when I became a woman. Okay. And with my children, I will say this: I give them advice. I help direct their lives. Um, and my thing is, where was Cassie's mother in all of this?
Right there again, paying, taking some advantage of some of the benefits that Cassie had.
Exactly. So it starts at home.
And she
And
saw her
Cassie,
daughter, and her
yeah,
daughter
and
was fully
Cassie to me was
aware.
still she still was naive. Now,
Mm.
at some point, I will say the naiveness went away.
Yeah.
What it is,
I mean,
like,
I would say at 19 she might have been naive, but I was 22 when I lost my mother and my father. Right?
Okay.
I didn't have anybody to tell me about the way of the world, and I was in that same environment Cassie was in, and I didn't fall victim. I didn't fall victim. You know why? Because I didn't want something unless I worked for it. I wanted to
And
whatever I
you
earned.
lost your parents at what age?
22.
Okay, 22.
Mm-hmm.
But your mom And your dad was there.
No, my father was an alcoholic,
Okay.
and my mother was an abused woman.
Okay. Well, I will say this. I believe at 19 you're not mature enough to make um good decisions.
Decision.
Yeah, especially dealing with them. You got to realize working in
He
that
mu-
industry, and you already know this, Vivica, working in that industry, even at a young age, you grow up fast.
Mhm.
exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Okay. So
Mhm.
Diddy, he had years on Cassie. And I still say he groomed her.
He
She
did.
was a victim, and once
But
enough
when
was
did she
enough,
stop being a victim?
Well, my
When?
whole thing is
At what
let me
point did
and
she
say
she
this.
was
stop being a
abused.
victim?
She was
Let me
verbally
say this.
abused, physically abused.
Well, let me say this. I'm with you, Tanya. I totally agree. I think that she is a victim. Yes, you do. At sometimes, first of all, we can't say what that child was going through at that time. Was she? And you can tell by what we actually saw on thing. You could tell that she was afraid. She let certain people know what was going on to her. The girls that was in the other band that knew what that she was getting her ass beat or whatever. She was going to them, and they were only saying amongst themselves, just like we would do. Oh, when this motherfucker go to sleep, I'm gonna get my shit and go. Okay, how many times? It doesn't say how many times that she attempted to leave. You don't know if she was fear for her life,
Let
but
me
at the
ask you
end of the
something.
day, but money.
And
Let me finish. Let me finish. But I look at it like this: when you're trying to get somewhere and you with a famous person, he putting you in this limelight. He buying you nice gowns. He giving you the work. You feel somewhere. I'm
Tara, you're
going
going in
somewhere.
and out. You're going. Your phone is going in and out. Okay,
It's
go
like
ahead.
it's like you. It's like you're. He.
It's still doing the same thing.
I don't know.
I think is you hear it? Is it
So,
breaking up?
what I'm just gonna say is this, right? If a
Try
man
talking.
was beating me regularly, right? If I was afraid to the point that when I say when he leave, I'm gonna try to escape, right? Would you cheat on him? Would you cheat on him?
He had her
Would you
What?
be
cheating.
so?
They were
What?
cheating.
Would
They
you
were
be
they
so
were bringing
What
scared
people.
you
that
That's
you
the
say?
would
same
cheat
thing
on
we
him?
spoke about last week. Bringing somebody else into your bedroom.
No, she
So
cheated on him.
it's
He
the
didn't. He
same
didn't
thing.
agree.
I
He
think
didn't
that's
agree to
even
bring that
worse.
guy in. She cheated. She went
No,
out and knew
that's
No,
not
she was
true.
no,
openly
no,
That's not
that's
cheating.
not
true.
true. That's
That's
not
not
true. Because
true.
at the end of the day,
He
at
set
the
that
end of the day,
whole. He set
he
all of that shit
set
up.
up. That
Did
man
y'all
got
watch
her
it
ass.
and see where see the woman said his
I
assistant
listened to the
said
trial.
I
the
listened
assistant
to.
said
I heard the
he
trial.
asked her, said, "Oh my God, you can't cheat on Diddy, but Diddy could cheat on you." You didn't hear that part?
That was after the fact. That was
Facts.
after he had started all that other stuff.
Okay, but you still cheat. I would be so afraid. I wouldn't cheat on him. I wouldn't think about
Right.
cheating on him. Because if he beat you when you didn't cheat, well, he
Vivica,
gonna kill you when you
Vivica,
cheat.
Vivica, we cannot put ourselves in a battered woman position.
Situation, because we
We
don't know
cannot
what you
because we
want
have
to say.
never been in that situation. So we
I
can't
have.
say,
I have.
well,
Well, I ain't
I've
never.
known
Ain't. I'm gonna say this.
I've known some people. I've
I
known
have.
some people, and you can tell them until they're blue in the face,
Absolutely.
until enough is enough for them to want to walk away, that
That's
they'll
right.
walk away.
But I tell you, that man that was battering me, I would definitely not cheat on him.
Well, that's
But that's
you.
you.
She in a whole different world than from what we're living in.
And at the
She's
end
in a
of the
whole
day, you
different
don't.
world.
Can I ask you a question? When you getting stomped, dragged, and just humiliated in front of people, we don't know the whole story. We sitting here having a conversation about what we actually saw on a movie.
Yeah,
And at the end of the day, is I'm like this. I feel like this. I'm not gonna say that she wasn't at the end. I feel like no man has no business putting his hands on no woman in that manner. As well as a
I
woman should,
agree.
as well as a woman should put her hands on a man. But at the end of the day, the way that he dogged her out, the whatever they're saying, or whatever the case may be, the bottom line is this: he was dead wrong. And if she took the ass for whatever reason she took them ass whoopings, she the only one to tell us today why she stayed, why she stayed. She's a victim for as I'm concerned.
definitely a victim.
Now, was she wrong in some of the shit she did? Yeah, she allowed a lot of shit to happen. But again, we don't know the state of mind why she allowed something to happen. She probably did it just because she thought, if I keep continue to do this, maybe I'll get my record deal. We don't know that. So again, we're on the outside looking in, suspect and thinking it's something wrong. We can't say that. Like you just said, you the industry, you don't been in that world. But at some point in time, as a woman, you do when your life is on it. Do you see how small that young lady was? This
and,
man beat her like a nigga.
and also, if you were
Crazy.
if you were in the industry, could ask you, why didn't you speak up?
Yeah. Cause you know all that. That's how I feel. You just got through
I ain't
saying
never
I don't
see
know what you
him beat Cassie.
know,
I ain't
but you
never
But
seen
just
a
everybody knows what he
situation
was
where he
doing.
was whooping out Cassie. I seen other things, but I didn't see him whooping out Cassie. I didn't see an unwilling participant. I didn't see a victim. So a lot of what and when I say that a lot of people saw was in the
A
video.
lot of
Yeah,
people put on a
everybody knew he had
facade.
the sex
A
parties.
lot of people put
Everybody
on a
knew that
facade in
he
front of
used
people.
drugs and all the drug
People
stuff
put
that
on
happened.
facades every day. We don't know what goes on behind
I'm not
closed
saying that.
doors
I'm just
in
saying
people's
that
homes.
what I'm saying is this. I agree with you. I don't agree with anything P. Diddy did. I'm not vindicating him. I think he is exactly what he should be. But I'm not gonna victimize somebody, right? That, yeah, she might have been naive in the beginning, but at some point she was complacent because she wanted something. She wanted
course.
something. So she sat back and accepted it. So you can't call yourself a victim when you're in a
Yes, you
situation
can call
because you
yourself a
want
victim.
something.
Yes, you can call yourself a victim
You
because
started off being a victim, you're gonna end up being a victim because you're not getting what you want and you doing stuff to target and say this is something that I
So what's a
want.
gold digger?
Okay,
so hold on.
what's a gold digger? She a victim too.
She
If she
was
don't know
not
what
a
she be
gold
doing,
she was not a gold digger. I
if
can't
she
say
wasn't
she was
doing,
a gold digger. She wanted to be famous. She wanted to get her music out there. She wanted to be a star, and she was broken.
and
She
I think
was
gold digger get the
broken.
ass whooped.
Okay, she was broken. And we're going to keep it
Yeah,
moving to the next topic because we are at 7:28, guys, and we can agree to disagree
We
and keep it
agree.
exactly.
moving.
That's
Okay?
right. All
So,
that much love to all two of y'all, but hey, we are our own opinion,
When
and
they
that's
lock
like.
up Cassie, I'll be right here.
oh no, Cassie don't need to get locked up, baby.
No, see, you
Cassie
know
is a
what, Vivica,
victim.
you ain't right because at the end of the day, you not right because you just got on here and said that everybody that knew something was going on should be locked up. You are
I
part of
didn't know.
you.
No. I didn't know that.
Well,
And
whatever
drug.
you
Well,
knew,
what
I
I
did
whatever
knew,
you
know.
knew.
whatever
What
you
I
you
did
just
know, people wasn't getting locked up for.
You have daughters, right?
Hmm. And I would never let
And
my daughter be a part of that. Absolutely, I said none of my children could be a part of that world
I
ever.
understand that, but I'm just saying, if they went behind your back, even though you may not want them to,
I
and at 19,
You ain't got to worry
they're
about it. I
considered
kill
grown.
P Diddy. I would kill P Diddy for mines. I be in jail with him because he be dead. I
Well,
ain't
there
that
you
mother.
go.
I
Well,
ain't
there
that
you
mother.
go. Well, there you go. And
Hmm.
I'm with you on that one. So we're gonna keep it moving. And this next topic about, oh my God, this Kevin Gates. This is a great segue into what the show is about tonight. So we're gonna go ahead and show two short clips, and then we're gonna talk about it.
Man, don't no nigga want no old washed up ass bitch, man. What nigga don't want a young hoe, man? Huh? You don't like it, eat my dick, man. Straight
Wow.
up. You hear me? The fuck? What nigga wants something that been, you hear me? Don't nobody go, man, nigga have emotion. We ain't going to the used car line, man. What the fuck? But see, that be, there don't be nothing but that washed up shit on that, like, man, hey, bitch, yeah. Nigga, damn near, yeah. Nigga old enough to be your daddy, yeah. Of course. Yeah, nigga want some, yeah. The fuck? Got more sense than, hey. Got sense enough to know how to live.
Wow.
Hmm.
Who the first person ever tell you, hey, you're gifted? Before we ever had a conversation, I'm like, you gifted. I say, you got the same aura as me. You got the same glow. I know you gifted. You can't
It
get.
just be like so loud in my head. Like, okay, for example, remember when we were in Billings, Montana?
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, when you came back to the room, I was like, how was the gym?
Wow. Okay. This right here. Someone 3170 B Way says it wasn't Cassie's fault. It was the people around her who allowed it to happen. And I agree too. It was the
I agree.
people around, grown ass people,
Yeah.
grown men, you know what I'm
And
saying?
women.
And women, but the men mostly, because a woman can't beat a man. You know what I'm saying at the end of the day. But yeah, I agree with you, B Way. Um Kevin Gates. First of all, a woman's worth is not measured by her age. I think he has a lot of insecurities going on with him. And I feel bad for his parents. If his mom or dad or grandmother is still living, to have to listen to him degrade women
Yeah, because
in
she one of
general.
them. He
And
just classified her as
exactly,
one.
exactly. And number the main thing is she is older. She's an older woman because
Woman.
he's what, 39 years old. And I don't know who in the hell would want to date this man unless, again, another naive
Very naive young lady.
young lady in a situation where she wants the money and the fame. And my question is too, where are her fucking parents to
And that's
allow her
how they raising their kids these days. How are they raising their kids?
to go after men with money and allow these men to degrade? Because I'm sure he degrades her too.
Of
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
course. Of course.
You
Of
know,
course.
um, but what are your guys' thoughts on this? Because I have a whole lot to say about this situation.
You want to go first, Sitara? Because I got a whole
No.
lot to say about him.
Go
Go
ahead. You
ahead,
go
Vic. Go
first.
ahead. Go first, Vivica. Go ahead.
Young and dumb. The
Hmm.
reason why he want a young girl, because they're young and dumb, just like him. He can't entertain a seasoned woman, a woman
Mm.
that can have an intelligent conversation.
No, he
He
can't.
can't.
Well, he can't even speak. He can't even
He
speak
can't talk to that woman.
intelligently.
Right. He can't talk to that woman. So the only way he can control a situation is they got to be young and dumb. Because I'm sure they're probably half his age and see him as an OG. So
No.
I want to know why he think that he can be with a younger woman and he deserves a younger woman when he an old man himself. He ain't young.
Yeah, and only a man with a fragile ego, um, and confused sense of identity, in my book, would think that a younger woman could validate him.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what he's looking for. He's looking for
And
validation.
that's what he's doing because you gotta understand. I look at it like this: when older men look for younger women, especially in this era and time, like you said, Tanya, they're looking for validation. The second thing is this: they need somebody that they want a project. And what I
Hmm.
mean by
Mm-hmm.
project, they want somebody to want them, need them, and show them. You know what I'm saying? So that's a project for him. Where if long as
Caseworker.
long as she can get him where, long as he can get her where he want her to be, and as they used to say, mind me as they was a child, do as I
Hmm.
say. That's something they thrive on. Cause see, a seasoned woman, like you said, Vivica, you know what I'm saying? We ain't finna take that shit. It's this way or that way. It ain't gonna be no in between. You can't dictate to me what I should wear, how my hair should be, what I should say, and what. See that I'm quite sure he's dictated that to her. Why you got that on? Why you doing this? When you go out, when
Hmm.
you got, I'm quite sure, and that's what it's about. They want to still be in control, and they know what a real woman. They can't be in control like that because it's an equal thing. It should be a boundary. So at the end of the day, like I said, he has some self-esteem issues. He had a lot going on that it ain't came out
And
yet,
he
but
definitely lacks confidence, I think.
Mm-hmm.
very much
He
so.
lacks confidence. And a man who truly have money, success, self-respect, don't talk like that.
Yeah.
You know, they don't insult the very woman who raised them, because that's what
Mm-hmm.
he's doing. He's insulting his mother, his
Mother.
grandmother,
Mhm.
any siblings that he may have, if he has any daughters.
Mm-hmm.
Because let's be, this is called the truth ain't in us, and we're gonna keep it truthful here. That young lady sitting there, I pray that God will bless her to live a long life to where she can grow to be an older woman. Okay. But what she has to realize is that one day she will be older. Okay. And you're sitting back there laughing and giggling like it's cute and ain't shit cute about what he's saying. Because probably by next year, what date is it right now? December to what?
December of the 10th to
Yeah.
25.
Probably by January 2026, she will be a non-factor in his life.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Then
So
she'll be too old. She'll be too old then. Of course, she'll be too old then. So
He's shopping at the daycare.
yeah,
He ain't gonna keep
exactly.
shop. He shop at the daycare. So what
So
does that
she'll be
make him? A
told. Yeah.
pedophile.
Yeah. That's
That
what
makes
I'm
him
saying.
a
So
pedophile.
yeah.
well, I think she's what, 25 years old, the young lady that he's dating right now.
And he's 40.
Um,
That makes him a pedophile.
and he had a
Because when he was what,
beautiful wife.
15?
Yeah. And he had a beautiful wife that he was married to.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just trying to figure out like what made her, well, I know what made her marry him. It was the money, probably. But at the end of the day, money does not give you value. Money does not make you um a good person. Money doesn't give you confidence. Money does not define who you are. None of those things. And he just, to me, he just lacks a whole lot of substance.
Because what would he do with a young woman that's on an equal playing ground with him? He wouldn't be able to entertain her either.
Oh, that's what
He
I said.
wouldn't even be able to entertain her either. He ain't getting a young woman that's an entrepreneur out there making it can match his money. Because
Again,
if he was, she wouldn't talk to him. Because
again,
he's
he
just
wants
ignorant.
a project. Men like to have something that they could say, this was mine, this. I had this. Without this is this. That's what they do, people. That's what they do. When they
Mm-hmm,
feel
mm-hmm,
as though they cannot have control, they want somebody that they can control. Because
Mm-hmm.
first thing, if you know what he say, where she is today, I got her where she is today. So
mm-hmm.
that made him feel like a man. He felt like he pumping out his chest right now. Cause he feel like he done something. And you ain't really done nothing, baby. You sit up
Yeah.
here making this young lady go through all this unnecessary bullshit. Cause 9 times out of 10, you probably get ready to take a blue pill in a minute if you ain't already have to take one. So at the end of the day,
You can't
why
keep
he
up
holler
with her.
about old women, men, women goes a little bit longer than men. That's facts, okay?
Yeah. And I
So
think too,
I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. Why? But like,
I think he thinks he's God's gift to women. And you wouldn't need to tear down a woman if you were confident,
Mm-hmm.
exactly,
you know?
exactly.
And I'm wondering too, does he have a small penis?
I was thinking it, but you said it, sis. You said it. You
You
hit
know
it
what
on
I'm
the nose.
saying? Like, because that's what it's given. That's what it's given to me. Like
It's
he got
giving
his
a lot of stuff.
that is what it's given. Like
I mean,
just
because
for
his wife looked like she was pretty grounded. Like at some point, he couldn't have been the person he is today because she seemed like she know where she going, what she want, and
well, she divorced his ass.
obviously, exactly,
Yeah.
She
exactly.
got tired.
And he's talking about older women have been ran through. Hell, you've been ran through. You have been ran through, sir.
Maybe he ought to check the resume of that young girl and see how many niggas ran through her.
Exactly.
Tell her, I'm like better right here. Look,
I
can you
said,
kind of
cause
been hands? Can you kind of
I
slept
got
with?
5 fingers and I can cut off 3 of them.
Okay, okay,
Okay,
okay. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand that when you say stuff run
I'm sure
through.
her
Nigga,
track record
y'all run
is
through
way
women like
beyond
you run
mine,
through.
honey.
Mm-mm.
Exactly.
She probably an
Like
Olympian star. You better check the notes on that.
Okay.
you better no, check, she needs to check his ass out because he's been the one that's been ran through. Women have been running through his ass, okay, like they're running through hoops. Just please, just crazy. Like
It's
I
just
can't with
That's
him.
just insane. But
I am
there's a lot of young people, young men out there
Hmm.
that think just like him,
And it's
just like him.
sad. And
It's
that
very
brings me
sad.
to the topic that we're going to discuss tonight. Basically, we used to say that money was the root to all evil, but is sex the new root to all evil and destruction? Because for the life of me, I don't understand why sex rule men. Like, they will risk their families, they will risk their jobs, they will risk their live. When I say livelihood, I mean like going to prison.
For a piece of ass.
Like,
I don't know if it's sex or it's a lust.
it
It's
has to be
both.
sex.
It's got to be both. Because at the end of the day, I mean, come on, y'all. Let's think about it. And I'm just keeping it real.
Hmm.
Everybody ain't got a minute man. Everybody ain't got a 30-minute man. Everybody ain't got an hour man. The shit don't last. You get up and walk away from the shit, and you do your job, and that's pretty much it.
Unless you're taking the blue pill, but go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. So at the end of the goddamn day, my thing is this: why is that something that you feel that you gotta? I mean, it's like I used to hear my grandmother say, my grandfather say, "Here, you can get ass when you can't get nothing to eat." And I was like, when I was there, I'm like, why he say that? Anytime people gonna go not eating without and get ass, he's like, yeah, they rather give the ass and don't. And I was like, I never understood why people said that. But now as you get older, to me, the trend where the society that we live in right now, sex is like it's over. To me, it's fucking overrated.
And it's listen,
It's overrated. And yeah, it's a beautiful thing when two people are in it, and it's. I'm all for it, baby. Been there, done that. At the end of the day,
but
but
here's my thing: there is no new position
that
that's been created out
that
there.
part, that
Okay,
part, that part.
all the positions these 20 and 21-year-old doing, we could do it too, and doing it.
Oh,
Okay.
I was gonna say, don't say do it till we doing it.
Okay, so I you could miss me with the young girl bullshit.
Well, I will
Okay.
tell you,
And
I ain't
half of them
trying to
tap
do it
out.
like a young girl no more, cause I'm better.
Then
Well,
yeah,
of course.
okay.
Well,
I'm
that
with you on
well,
that one.
yes.
I'm better.
It
Yeah,
can.
we do it better, and it means more. Um,
Because
and you
when you
get more,
listen,
and you
I
get
can
more
get
out
more
of it.
out of it. Exactly. Because
Okay,
like it's
so
just exactly you get more out of it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just at the end of the day, everything the older you get, the better it get. You know what I'm saying? So
amen.
when all that young shit, yeah, you can act like a rabbit. Yeah, if that's what you like. Be a deer. That's what you like. But everybody got their own way of doing things, and they got their own way how they're pleasing each other. But I just think that the world we live in today shouldn't be about sex and money. Everybody, all of us, and I say this to all of us, everybody that's listening, we are Black American. And I know maybe some Caucasians or whatever there, but look, we have to help each other, and a part of that is displaying each other for who we are as a person. It's on the
Hmm.
inside. We got to make sure we right with ourselves. And you portraying a world like here, and I'm quite sure, and I had to learn. Don't get me wrong, I'm not all holy and thou. Made my mistakes, but your children get to live out because going back to Peter's the little movie, I saw how his mama dressed him when he was little. How
Hmm.
she got him watching the Mac. Not saying I ain't watch it either when I was small. I didn't know what I was watching, but I was watching it. But at the end of the day, how she groomed him, how he dressed, she had him looking like he was a pimp. She
Yep.
had him telling him if he didn't get come on, she was beating his ass like he was a hooker and she was pimping him. You know what I'm saying? He was saying he was getting that. So you gotta think a lot of
It
this stuff
starts at
has to do
home.
at home.
It
And we
starts at
gotta
home.
realize that we have to be more
Do better.
attentive
We got
attentive
to
to
do
our
better.
children. We have to be more attentive to our kids. I mean, I promise you, it's taking me a minute to get where I am, but I can understand my grandchildren be on point with me. I have to sometimes you hear what they say and be like, "Oh, okay, let me scum." But we need to get it together, people. Life is too short. It's too short, and this stuff that's going on right now is foolishness.
And what
Ugly.
about when it comes down to the sex betrayal and the broken homes? Like a lot of men, and I'm not saying all of this is men, but more so men than women, when it comes to porn addiction. And I'm sure
Mhm.
there are women out there who are addicted to porn as well. Okay. Um, Emotional affairs, secret relationships. It's like everybody wants to cheat. Like, what are they getting out of all of this?
I just say some men that do it just to see if they can get away with it. I think a
Or to
lot
see
of
if
them
they
because
still
they
got
still
it?
got it. Yeah, I want to say maybe 80% of the men that do treat is trying to see if they still got it, if they still can pull a gal, if they still can, finesse or whatever the case. Because I really feel that way.
Well, I've also had a man tell me that men cheat because they get 80% of what they want from their wives, and the other 20% they could get from somebody else. And my thing is, if
I
you're
say
not getting
cash on your 20 and leave me the hell alone.
Okay,
and
that's my
that's
part.
yeah, but
Ditto.
if you're my thing is, okay, so if you're not getting the 20% that you want from your spouse or your significant other, why not have a conversation? Why not seek counseling? There's
Why do
so
you need
many
100%? Because you ain't giving 100%.
Okay,
Is your
and that's
spouse getting
another thing.
100% of you?
that's
If
another
you if you
conversation.
giving
That's
some of
another
if you giving some of you to somebody else, I can guarantee you she ain't getting 100%.
Exactly.
exactly, exactly, exactly. I totally agree with you, Vivica.
And that's a whole nother conversation there too, because
But
men
the question
feel
is
like,
why?
yeah,
Why?
but then
But
that's
why?
but she hit the nail on the head too, because you want all this from a woman, okay? But then you're not giving all of that.
Hmm.
That part.
But your expectation is up
Up
here,
here, and you want
okay?
ours with
When you're not up here.
right.
And that's a great thing, because I'm thinking now, should people date and marry to the person that they're equal to?
But when you say you
It's
equal, because
equally yoked. It's
yes,
equally
technically,
yoked.
yo, that's in the Bible. God
The
said we
whole
have to be
egg is not yolk.
Yeah.
not exactly,
It's
exactly.
equally yoked. God didn't say you were gonna be
All
100%
percent.
matched.
No, he didn't. He sure
He
didn't. He
said
should
equally
equally.
yoked.
Yes, he
So
did.
there's
Yes,
you still gotta account for the white part of the egg.
part.
Yeah,
So that means building. He had to build around it, and he got to a point. So at the end of the day, you're right. I mean, you never gonna meet that incident because even in our time era, but all three of us are married. We get to the point where our husband gets on our nerves.
I was gonna
It's
say
certain things.
I don't want my husband to be 100% like me. I
That's
couldn't
what I need
tolerate
some
me.
boundaries. Exactly. We need boundaries. We need somewhere where I feel where I may be strong, he may be weak. Where he may be weak, he may be strong, and we balance each other out. That's how it
exactly.
should be.
Yeah.
That's how it should be. Now it
Yin
doesn't.
yang.
But then they're saying he ain't. But we out. That's where it should be, but it don't always end up like that. And it goes back to what Tanya was saying. It's about counseling. It's about having a conversation. It's just about communicating with one another so that you can be on the same field. But in my thing, I feel like it takes two people to want to do that. One person cannot do it by themselves.
And also, I believe that people don't fear God anymore. And that's
They don't
why it
understand the
makes it
institution of marriage.
yeah, and
Period.
that's
Of
why
godly
they don't
marriage.
honor their marriage.
Hmm.
They don't honor their commitment, their relationship, and there's no fear of God.
And
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
first sign of trouble, they'd rather to get divorced. I remember
Mhm.
years ago, my mother and my father were together for 35 years. And the only reason they weren't still together is because she passed away and he passed away. I said, but there's not relationships like that anymore. At the first sign of trouble, people want to separate and divorce. They don't want to weather the storm. It's in the good and the
In the
bad.
bed. Right.
Yeah.
That's absolutely.
And you
Absolutely.
marry for better and worse. And I don't know if they've removed that from the
It was in
words,
my vows.
but at these vows, I don't know if people are still using them because they're writing their own, and people are doing whatever they want to do, and it's like anything goes.
Sound
And
like, you know what you sound like? Tay? You sound like the president, the president shit. He right there as he go. We deal with it as we go. Stop the bullshit. They just change the shit on their own recordings. Yes, you right though. We don't know because everybody is changing their own vibes. You absolutely right. Things are changing, and it's changing in front of our faces. People, we're looking at it's changing.
we can't put all the fault on the men though,
No,
because
we
Hmm.
can't.
a
It
lot of
takes
these
two.
women, yeah, and a lot of these women today, they're not marrying for love.
They're
They're
marrying for
marrying for
money.
money. And that's another
Or it'll
problem.
be what they call a cap woman.
Yes. Yes.
They want to be a
And
cap woman.
Yep,
then they sit back and accept a whole lot of bullshit. They accept these men talking down to them,
absolutely.
disrespecting them, not treating
Cassie.
them equally. We're gonna
Listen,
leave
Cat.
Cassie the
You
hell
don't need
alone.
Cassie alone. Leave my look. I don't
We're
even
gonna
know
have
her, but I'm like I got her back. You gonna leave her
we're gonna
alone.
have to leave Cassie ass
Yeah, alone.
alone. Okay?
Hmm.
We are not gonna mess with Cassie.
Okay.
Okay? And I hear you. I like everybody has their beliefs and how they view things. And what you say is fine, but I just believe
Hmm.
differently. I just believe that, she was naive
Hmm.
very much. And then she had a mother that wasn't there to guide her, that was looking for a payday as well. So, you know, but what can you do about
Hmm.
that?
Yeah, you
So,
can't do much, but I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, I ain't compromising my soul and my integrity in the name of money or marriage. At the end of the
Okay.
day, we love each other, we respect each other, and at the same way I treat him, I expect him to treat me. And as long as if people can remember that, treat your mate as you want yourself to be treated, you will never have a problem.
but I've heard these women, and it's not just black women. Let me just say that it's just not black women, because when you watch the Beverly Hills Housewives, I see Kyle right now. She and her husband, they've been separated, and I think what's his name,
Mauricio.
Mauricio, he
Mauricio.
out there living his fucking best life, not divorced, and he's just being a hoe, allegedly, out here in these streets. And I'm sitting back and I'm wondering, why the fuck won't Kyle divorce him? Like,
She got
why are
money.
you sitting and and accepting all of this?
Maybe
Mm.
it's a clause in the prenup.
Well, she has this
Maybe it's a
prenup
clause.
shit.
Maybe we
Maybe it's
don't
a
know
small.
why.
Yeah, maybe it's a small little clause in the prenup to say she gotta wait till he turn a certain age. To get it. We don't know, but at the end of the day, guys, everybody, whatever they doing it for whatever reason they're doing it, and we're never gonna know the whole back end. So the best thing for us to do is what we say. We can speak our truth, give our opinion, and that's it. And people, let me just say y'all something. I had so much fun today telling you when you comment and looking where we can comment on the comments that we read. And it was some of the stuff was hilarious to me. We are not here to bash anybody. We're here only to speak our truth. It may not be your truth, but it's our truth. And we want you to respect our truth just like we respect
We
your truth.
respect
We
your
can't.
truth. We
That's
can
it.
agree to disagree. At the end of
That's
the day,
it.
you can date who the fuck you want to date. You can marry who you want to marry. You can do whatever you want to do out there.
You could be as many
Okay?
hoes as you want to be.
Yes.
It's not my
Exactly.
life, it's your life, and it's your poo poo.
That's it. At the
Exactly.
end of the day, we just have a platform where we actually. This is like I can't speak for everybody, but a release for me. It's an outlet. It's hey, I'm with chilling with my girls. We sit here drinking our cocktails, speaking our truth, like we would check on the phone, and that's it. No harm, no foul. It's
And
just having.
honestly, yeah, and honestly, I want these young girls to really and truly, all jokes aside, have
Right.
some respect for
Pay for
yourself.
yourself. Exactly.
Yep.
Love
Exactly.
yourself, put
Know your
yourself
worth.
first, and know your worth as
That's
well.
right.
And just because a man has money don't mean that you can't go out there and make your own money. And I will say this, use your network. if you're in a relationship with a man that has money, use, I'm just saying, get the connections. At the end of the day, don't allow a man to disrespect you just because he has more money than you.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, ladies, it's been good. An hour has flown by really fast here tonight because there is so much more I wanted to say about that Kevin Gates
Mm.
shit.
He ain't worth, but he ain't worth our energy. We said enough for. We're gonna leave him alone and pass him by because he is not
I'ma
that
pray for
thing.
him.
That's
I'ma
it.
pray for him because he need prayer. Because
I
one
think
day
I think he just needs a bigger penis and
his
he'll
one of
be
his
okay.
children is gonna be
Well, that
one of those older
that's not
women.
gonna happen unless he gonna get
Well,
surgery.
he could get some surgery because I think he needs a bigger penis and then he'll be okay. You know how they say short man syndrome? He got penis man syndrome. Kevin Gates have penis man syndrome. Yeah.
Again, this is our truth. We can speak it. No harm, no foul.
Hello, Diane Downer.
Yeah, hi, ladies. Hi, Diane. Yep. Mm-mm.
Well,
That's right.
guys, please get some family, some friends to like and subscribe to our page and to hit the notification button. We're trying to grow this thing and keep it going and bringing you guys some hot topics and some great topics to speak on. Any last thing that you ladies want to say?
I don't
Anything you
know,
want
but
to talk about?
I got a question for Diane. I just want to know, Diane, do you know me? I think we work together. If I'm not mistaken, can you say yeah or no? Nay, you ain't got to say where you work at. Just say yes or no. I'm just tripping. I just saw that now.
Yeah,
Like, whoa.
she said we need to have her on the podcast.
And the reason why, look, the reason why I say that because when I see her, she always says, "So, Tori, y'all need to put me on there." So I go like, "Huh?" So when she did, first she just put, I said, "Let me see, is that the person that works with me?" Because her name is Diane.
Wow. Let's
She
see.
don't say my name. What's up, girl? Yeah, but yep, she know. Okay, okay, thank
But
you.
I just want to say to the young people out there that don't ever put yourself in a position where you have to be less than in order for somebody else to be great.
Exactly, I totally agree. Exactly.
Understand your worth, stand
Yeah.
your ground, and know that with or without an individual, you can be anything and everything you ever wanted to be.
And that's it. And what's for you is for you, sweetheart. And it can't nobody take it away from you. By
And
no
they
means.
got to realize the power of independency.
Independence. Yep.
Being independent.
The power
Oh
of the
my
P.
God.
Power of the
Yes.
P.
Where you don't have to take that shit. Where you don't have to let a man talk down to you and degrade you
Mm-hmm.
because you're making your own and you're carrying your own.
Mhm. And that goes vice versa for men as well, because
Exactly.
there are some men that are on the other end of the spectrum where you have women who are very very powerful, and those women degrade them.
Exactly.
True.
So
Broke both ways. Absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
guys, it's been a great show tonight. We thank you guys for listening and watching. You Truth Nation, we appreciate you all, and we will see you actually next Friday. I think, well, we're going to be recording. Our show will not be live. It's going to be a recording because of the holidays. So we'll actually be recording on next Friday. Um, and that show will actually air the following Wednesday. I think that's how it goes, right? So we do have a show next week. When is the 19th?
That's on a hold on. I can't do it. You
We
want to
still
say
have a
that?
show. I think we still do have a show next week, Wednesday, and then we're also
Mm-hmm.
going to record on Friday.
Right.
okay,
That's how it
Okay.
works.
all right.
Well, we want to say thank you all. Love you. We just pray and hope that God continues to allow us to grow and to agree to
To
disagree.
disagree. Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Enjoy your night, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye
next week.
bye.
Until then.